What's up, YouTube? How you doing? It is Chris, aka Mr. Remote 420, and I'm here to do a second episode of the Incoherent ramblings and reviews of me. Somebody asked me, it was MonkeyTube. I'll link his page below. He's really good. He's got some pretty damn good videos. Asked me, Chris, since you're talking about the Video Nasty collection so much, why don't you do a review of one of your favorite Video Nasties? And thought about it for a little bit, and I was like, you're right, I really should. But the one I'm going to do today is another one that's special to me. It's the first one I ever saw. And the first one I ever saw was when I was 8 years old. Me and my brother, we were living with our dad after our parents' divorce, and we were latchkey kids. Basically, it's you come home from school and your parents aren't there because they're working till 5 or 6 p.m. and you basically make sure that you take care of yourself. So most of the time, my brother stayed in his room and played with his toys, or just hung out and watched TV for just a little bit, not too much. I went into my dad's room every once in a while, because he was, he always, rented some interesting stuff. And I don't think he realized that I was checking out the movies in there. But this was the first day I really got to see something that I never saw before. I was 8 years old, and found it on top of the VHS tape. Didn't really pay attention to what the title was. Just like, let me see. Popped it in. It was I Spit on Your Grave. Never heard of the film before. Didn't know what it was about. And didn't know the concept of it. At the time, I didn't even know what a rape revenge type situation was. After that, I did. I sit there and I watch it, and here's the thing: no kid at 8 years old should watch that on purpose. It was fucked up. I didn't watch it for years, for many years. As a matter of fact, not until recently, maybe 2.5 months ago, or maybe 2 months ago, when I started getting into the horror community, and everyone was talking about the films that they had in their collection. Well, for a few years, I would buy the DVD, maybe sit through 10-15 minutes of it, and just like, I gotta sell it, I can't. So I finally got down and watched it again. And I'm like, okay. Because I remember for years there was just controversy, and there still is. With good enough reason. It is definitely one of the this horrible rape revenge films ever. It's pretty vicious. The story goes with a girl named Jennifer Hills, who's played by Camille King. She's Buster Keaton's granddaughter. She's coming from New York, who's a writer out in the big city, and she actually hired, she rents a house in the woods. On the way there, she pulls over at a gas station to get some gas and stretch out. She meets Johnny, played by, we'll call him Asshole Number 1, because I don't remember what his name was. They get into a conversation, and in the background are Asshole Number 2 and 3, I believe Andy and Stanley. They're playing the intellectual game of who could throw the knife. There's a knife. I'm gonna get it. No, oh, I'm gonna get it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I'm gonna get it. So she leaves. So she drives off. Nothing much is really said. Then she orders groceries, and the grocery boy, grocery man, comes, and she greets him. She's friendly to him. He's friendly to her. This is played by Matthew, who's supposed to be mildly retarded. The problem is they portray him as a non-believable, mildly retarded person. He reminds me of a Leave It to Beaver mildly retarded person. Oh God, I don't know. Geez, Willikers. Oh, we're gonna rape her. Oh, gosh darn it, Willikers. So it's kind of an unbelievable performance. Unbelievable is just like, really, you're. So Matthew meets up with, the three assholes. They have a conversation, and he informs them that he sees her breast. They get in talking, and someone kind of comes around with her, have a conversation about Matthew's virginity, which leads to the next day, where Jennifer is out in the river, and she's in her canoe, just relaxing. Andy and Stanley come around in their motorboat, hooting and hollering, scaring her pretty well. The boys grab a hold of the canoe that has a string attached to it and drag her to the other side of the river. They get around, they push her around, she runs a little bit, realizes there's nowhere to go, because Johnny and Matthew are also there. From there, it becomes pretty vicious, and that's where the first rape occurs. It was very graphic and very disturbing. Then they're done with her, leave her in pretty bad shape. They walk off, and she's stumbling through the forest trying to get back to her canoe. The guys find her again. They're all around her. And then the second rape comes, and it's more vicious than the first one, because they have her lying on the rock, and the screams are blood-curdling. And because I remember the first time I saw this, I closed my eyes, because Camille Keen was just, it was just such a vicious performance. And then, they leave her again, they run off. She basically drags her body back to the house, where she gets in there, and surprise, surprise, the boys are already waiting for her. This goes for the third and final installment of the Rape Revenge, where Matthew is told to do it. He finally does it. He can't perform, but he still tries as much as he can. So they trash her place a bit, and whatever novel that she was working on at the time is destroyed. They leave, but before they do, outside, they tell Matthew to kill her, because they don't want her to let anyone else know. He goes back inside. He's too scared. He doesn't want to. He gets some blood from her face, because there's plenty enough to go around. And he comes running out, tells them that she's dead. they leave. She's sitting in the house, just traumatized. She's there for days. You don't know how long. Pretty soon, there's a phone call for Matthew. There's groceries that need to be taken to her house. He brings her the groceries. She coerces him into the woods, and through a nice little bit of seduction, she kills him by strangulation. Next up, she finds the leader, Johnny, at the gas station. She seduces him, takes him out to the woods. She tells him to strip. She's going to kill him. He convinces her that, it's her fault. She realizes, you're right. So they go back to the house. They're having a nice bubble bath, and he's able to feel her revenge as well. I can't say one because I don't want to get flagged or anything, but let's just say, Mr. Happy's gone forever. No. And the only two left are Tweedledum and Tweedledumfuck. So, all of a sudden, they come around trying to find Johnny. They realize he's gone. Something's happened to him. They use the motorboat to see if they can deal with it. She gets her revenge on him. She kills him, and it wasn't gruesome. It really wasn't brutal at all. But the story ends, and look, if you haven't seen it right now, I'm pretty sure you're not going to see it later. But watching it again for the second time in his home, you're thinking it's vicious, it's mean, it's degrading, but it's the Matthew character took me out of the story, really. He was just like, gee golly willikers, gotta rape her, what are we gonna do? It was wrong. I can understand if he was it just didn't seem, it seemed goofy. It just, and the destruction of the four guys could have been extremely more vicious. But I guess at the time it was gruesome, but there was a hatchet scene that's just my reaction to that. It's I guess if you're a fan of the extreme horror, this should be one of the films you should check out, because it is a history lesson, and it is definitely one of the films that is not meant for the general public. It's definitely not meant for everyone, so I wouldn't recommend everyone to check it out. Well, that's my review of A Spoon in Your Grave. I guess it's a retrospect of whatever it is, but I hope I kind of gave a nice one for you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see what I can think of for next time. So this has been Chris, aka Mr. Ramon, for 20. Hope you guys have a great time and a good time, and rate, comment, subscribe, and don't drink the Kool-Aid.